Okay, now let's go ahead and have a look on the medium security level and see if we can exploit this third cross-site scripting vulnerability. Now, before you do anything, because this page will automatically contain code that will run every time the page works, you can go to Setup and Reset Database. This will basically reset everything, and when you go back to the stored XSS, nothing is going to work because all the records will be deleted. Now I'm also going to go to the security, and I'm going to set the security to medium, submit it, and go back to our stored. Now in the medium security level, the message text box is not injectable, and we'll talk about that in the next video. For now, I'm going to try to inject in the name. So first of all, we're going to try our code that we always use. So it's just the normal code with capitalizing some of the letters. And you can see that we can't really write much in the name because it's limited to 10 characters. This can be easily bypassed by right-click, inspect element to see the code. And then we're going to change the max length here to 100. Then we can put 100 characters in here. So again, I'm just going to paste my code, and I'm going to put anything here. Sign the guest book. Now, as you can see, we managed to bypass it just like that. What I also want to show you is how to run one of these discovery payloads without using a quote. So some websites would use filtering on single quotes or even double quotes, and they'd be removing them. So what you could do is you can try to use this function, string from char code, and instead of putting a string in here, exactly the same way that we did with SQL when we used hex, in this case, we're going to convert the string or the text to char code. So you can do that from Google. If you just Google char code calculator, and I'm going to put this link in the description. We're going to use the first one. And I'm just going to call this one XSS2 so we don't get it mixed up with the first one. And I'm going to get its code. So this is its code. We're going to copy that. And we're going to substitute it in here. And then we're going to run this. So this is going to be normal. And I made one of the P's small in here, and I made one of the C's small, just so that we can bypass any filters if they're checking for a script. And then we're using, instead of putting the text in here between these two brackets, we're actually saying string from char code. So basically decode this char code and then run it as a string. So let's go ahead and run this and see if it works. Now we're going to add it. Again, we're going to have to change the name to 100 in here. And then I'm going to inject it, put anything in here, sign it. This is the first XSS, the first entry. And as you can see, our second entry is being executed. And we managed to execute this second entry without putting any quotes in the payload.